Hello everyone, welcome back to Amnesia, a machine for pigs. We are in what appears to be a sewer, which is always lovely to fall upon. Oh. October 22nd, 1899. Naturally, once bled, the product must be sealed, dehaired, and scraped ready for gambling and evisceration. For this, we pass them through the steam reservoir, which is kept at a constant temperature by passing excess high-pressure venting from the engines via the boiler and series of large copper pipes into a stone chamber just below the workhouse. At the center of the machine, there is a component that must be kept at a constantly low temperature, which controls operations of the processing of product throughout the system. Alongside this, refrigeration is of utmost importance in retaining product quality. And this also requires heat to be removed from certain areas of the machine. Two problems are therefore combined into a single solution: the removal of heat from some areas and the requirements for increased heat in others. Conducting panels draw heat using the principles of convection regulated by the boiler and sending freezing air along one set of pipes in one direction and superheated vapors in another. Fancy.
Isn't it dangerous allowing this filthy discharge to collect so close to the core?
We can use the flow to drive the turbines. There will always be a torrent of excreta flooding through these tunnels. We can use this to supplement the steam production and ensure constancy.
God, the stench! This fecal matter is the true product of the age.
The flooded tunnels. My mysterious friend is correct. The sewers are indeed flooded. To descend further, I'll have to find the local sluice pumps to drop the water levels. The smell is almost unbearable and makes me gag. Why should the saboteur have flooded the tunnels, though? What did he hope to achieve? Oh god, a water monster. I don't like that. Oh, ew, gross. August 1st, 1899. Several of the older forms have breached their containment area and escaped into the sewers. They remind me of my limitations. This is no Kelm, and I am no Eliaho, at least, not quite yet. I'm not sure who the hell those people are. It is the heat generated from keeping the doorway between open that is to blame. We cannot simply pack them about with coolant as we do at the center where the doorway is. The later versions are kept safe by freezing temperature of those towers. Up here, where the air is hot and fetid, they become overheated, and the duality tears them asunder, as the other place flies from their cells and their vitae splinters. They live sporadically, turn from one world to the other and back again in violent, unpredictable bursts. For a few seconds they are creatures of this world. Then they are torn away and cease to have physical form. This vicious ripping back and forth between worlds has driven them quite insane. I have ordered the affected areas sealed, and will not allow my loyal workers to enter. These are damned places now, the abode of failed experiments, ghosts of fear and spite. This office is pretty shitty. Get it? Excuse you. Ew. What the hell do I do about that? Huh. It sounds like the other voice from my memories. But who is he? Where'd this come from? Oh, he's coming for me. Hello?
But we can save them. We can set them free. We can replace a rotten old world with a clean new one. Mr. Landis, you sound every bit the fanatic. Well, how can I be otherwise, Professor? How can any man of ethics simply stand by and watch this world drown in its own excrement? And your engineer, this visionary with whom you embarked upon this course, does he share your views? Indeed he does. Indeed he does. The poor fellow has seen it all before. Now, this is not the first great civilization he has wept for. And so you said about things that needed to be upon your return. Naturally. These things cannot be left to rot upon the tree. And sponsors were remarkably easy to find. I tell you, Professor, a trail of greed brings rich men to your door like pigs to truffles.
More pig symbolism. My scent is hopefully masked by the large amounts of poop. February 17th, 1899. And I said, "Look, my darlings, can you see it?" And they said, "Yes, Daddy, yes, we see it." A tall, weathered cap of a steep-sided pyramid, so like those of Egypt, stone falling away from the summit, vines crawling about, intertwining the stucco serpents that thrive about the steps. A palpable sense of stillness, a weight of forgotten. And this here is where the king sat. And this is where the priest lived. This is the house of the dead. And here, where the sun strikes, this is where they drew the hearts that were not consumed. No, my darlings. They most certainly were not savages. You see, they believed that the sky could fall on their heads, and they truly believed that offering blood was the only way of stopping this from happening. Perhaps, my darling, perhaps they were mistaken altogether. Or perhaps their tragedy was they could simply not spill blood enough to prevent the sky from falling in upon them. Huh. Mandus, post-diluvian. That's done it. Now I can enter the strange decontamination chamber once again and move onwards. The waters are pushed back, giving the way to the bilge clear. Or I can divert the remainder of this filthy torrent back into the Thames where it belongs and clear the path to the center of the machine.
Papa. You're so near now.
that music coming from? Uh-oh. That's a biggin'. A nest of wretches. Dear God, a whole nest of these foul creatures. No mind. My instincts have drawn me thus far, and I am sure somewhere in this dank complex is a means of further descent. I will not see their faces as they go about their dark business, and yet I watch them sleep and eat and play, and they are so very human, so very childlike. I will not think of what I have seen, of the chairs and the cages. I will not think of how such monsters may be sculpted. Wow. Huh. Huh. Just sitting in a puddle of its own urine. Huh. You know, these things are aggressive and they'll kill me, but they're kind of sad. To think that I turned people into this. Owie. Huh. A lot of ladders. It's a bit dark. From tide to spine, he placed his head in the vise and spun the wheel until the skull cracked and the thoughts leaked onto his shoes. He relieved the pressure for a while, but it soon returned. This game is a lot more disturbing than the last one. Oh, trophy, the gut.
You seem to have undergone quite a profound conversion in Mexico, Mr. Mann. You could not have seen it yourself and not, Professor. As we disembarked, even through my fever, I saw the detritus of this so-called progress. I saw starvation and disease, rot and destruction polluting the waters of the Empire. We are ruiners, you and I, and all of us, and we make the world unclean. And you took it upon yourself to act as Redeemer. Professor, I would not be so presumptuous. I am merely a conduit. I am constructing an architecture to wrestle our damnation to the ground and smother it with steam.
Huh. A self-hating white guy. Amazing.
He's here! He's here! I said you'd come.
The pump rooms. These must be the bilge pumps. I am at the heart of the saboteur's efforts. In order to keep his flood in place, he must have disabled these vast pumps, but he was clearly rushed. Thus far, he has left most of his work incomplete, his clumsy efforts reduced to simply switching off all he could find. If I can locate the controls, the remedy will be simple.
Ahead, the trickle to still waters. I dragged myself deeper into the tunnel, downward ever, towards a wind that held the voices of my children, beckoning me to set them free.
Almost fell off of that. Anyways, today is Tuesday. Tomorrow we're having what we like to call a Friendsgiving. Our friends come together the day before Thanksgiving, and we have a little Thanksgiving feast before the real Thanksgiving. So we did some cooking today. Made the, again, I think the turkey's sort of ready right now. But we've been, we made the stuffing, my mom and I. Brother and sister, what the fuck? Oh. Oh, okay. What? Again, it's so weird not having an inventory in this one. Excuse me. That's just a miniature version of the other coal things. Okay. Valves and pipes. Another pump. Seems once again I must engage it. I cannot help but feel I am trapped in some great game, forced to undertake endless Herculean labors for the promised reward of my darling children. Oh god! Well then. Where the hell am I? Ow. Ew. Oh, okay. That wasn't really even aiming at anything. Huh. Ooh. Does this go to something? Oh. Finding the children. The flood is drained. I have prevailed. The saboteur is beaten. My heart pounds with excitement, even as my head spins and shudders in feverish anticipation. How this machine now throbs about me, sensing its rebirth is imminent. The final descent beckons me to enter. As Lily once lay on our wedding bed and summoned me into manhood. Okay, yeah, that's a bit too much information, bro. Huh? Where do I go? Alright, this is the only place to go down to. I don't... Excuse me. Am I missing something? I don't... I really don't understand what I'm missing. I can't believe it. I'm stuck again. God damn it.